Welcome, Hardin County Tiger football fans, to Tiger football right here on 93.5 FM. We're in Lexington, Tennessee on a beautiful, beautiful Friday night. Sun going down, a lot of orange skies. Temp is fall-like, and it should be an outstanding game. We're in a familiar setting as well as a familiar reward to the winner possibly in this game tonight. Two teams looking to put a firm grip on the #1 spot in the district. I'm Steve Cornell, along with Kurt Carroll and Kendall Atkinson, and this is a Central Bank pregame show right here on 93.5 FM. Kurt and Kendall, we've all three played a game in Lexington at some level, and for me and Kirk, I don't think the outcomes were very good. Kendall, you might have a little better memories playing here, but this is the 79th meeting between Hardin County and Lexington, and these two teams have played each other since every year since 1983. 2 years ago, the Tigers left here with a bitter taste after losing in round 3 of the TSSAA playoffs in overtime, 21-20. Last year, Hardin County defeated Lexington in the Jungle, 37-7. And we'll take a look in depth at tonight's game right after this quick timeout. You're listening to Hardin County football right here on 93.5 FM.
Tiger meal sponsors.
Welcome back to Lexington, Tennessee, and this is Hardin County football right here on 93.5 FM. Last week, the Tigers put 56 on McNairy Central and have won 2 in a row after losing to USJ earlier in the month. Lexington defeated Westwood in a big way right here at Big Red Stadium last week. Hardin County is 5-1 overall, 3-0 in district. Lexington is 3-3 with losses to South Gibson, Riverside, and Haywood, and they're 2-0 in the district. Kurt, two teams with different philosophies on offense, and should be an interesting matchup.
Yeah, I think.
Also a special message.
I think if we can stop the run, ought to be in good shape because they rarely throw it. So I mean, if you're able to contain them on the ground, be able to get off field on third down, it's going to play into our hands. Especially we're about a 50-50 offense, run pass. So I mean, they're going to have to play the whole field against us. We're going to have to play the run.
Kendall, Hardin County's defense has given up only 8.6 points per game. 2 shutouts, gave up 24 to USJ. Lexington averages 37 points per game. Something has to give in this game tonight. Lexington on defense has given up 21 points per game, pitching 2 shutouts. Hardin County scoring average is 41.6 per game. So in theory, you know, if both teams play average, we win this game. But one big thing that we didn't factor in, and I didn't factor in when doing this earlier in the week, we want to mention that Adam Harris, our outstanding defensive tackle, was in a severe car accident this morning on his way to school and had to be taken out of town to Nashville. Nothing life-threatening, thank goodness for that. But he's going to be missed for his team, not only for his play on the field, but for his leadership, Kendall.
Yeah, and of course, first and foremost, I'm just glad that, I know we're all glad that Adam, came out and nothing was life-threatening and that he's going to recover. That's the biggest thing. But then you flip the page to tonight, and our hope is that our D-line, they use that as a little bit of fuel to the fire, and they play a big game tonight for Adam. I think that's where we're going to control a lot of the game tonight. On both sides of the football is the line of scrimmage, and so it's going to be a different look for Tiger fans here and listening to us tonight without Adam, in the starting lineup. But I know we've got some guys on our depth chart and that are playing and behind him and beside him that are going to use that as a little bit of motivation in order to play this game for him. So,
Kurt, you know, coaching's hard enough as it is, and you work all week, and you get a scouting report, and you work on that scout that you have, and prepare for each team differently, and your number one guy, well, one of the top two on the defensive line, him and Gray, Harrison Gray, and then something like this happens, everything kind of immediately stops, and I'm sure Coach Smith and the team, their focus this morning was to make sure Adam was okay, and I guess once they got that word. And where I'm going with this is, okay, this is Friday, this is game day. You have backups, you have your number twos, but they get limited snaps during the week because our number twos both play on offense, so spell them on defense. So, you know, how do you coach that up with a limited time on a Friday?
Well, I mean, supposedly next man up. I mean, next man in line steps up. But just like you said, that sounds good in theory. But the reality is he was the anchor on that defensive line. I mean, and to get hurt the day of the game with no reps for second team guy, I mean, having a wreck on the weekend would have given them 5 days to prepare, you know, a backup. But they've got guys, and we've seen guys play, you know, when they come out of the game, you know, go in and do a great job. But it's a different deal. Whoever's the backup's going to have to play more snaps. Conditioning will be tested. I mean, there's all those things that will go into, you know, him not being here. And like you said, the leadership role, I mean, he sets the tone. He plays, he's an all-West Tennessee guy. I mean, he can play. And taking that out of your defense is a negative. There's no positives. We just got to hope that we're bragging about his backup, you know, at the end of the game.
Kendall, looks like, talking with Coach Dean earlier when we got here, looks like McGee and Van Hoos will get the honors playing. But, you know, it's like I said, they're going to have to play more snaps now because they both play on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, it'll be a test. I mean, I think this is what you work for, though. McGee, I think McGee and Van Hoos will be fine. It's just going to be about, can they cause more disruption than Adam can? You know, we don't know. Hopefully we see that tonight, but they're both really good athletes that I'm sure are anticipating and antsy to get in there tonight and, you know, show what their skill set's like.
Well, another thing, too, is Lexington doesn't know about it either.
Yeah.
So, I mean, their game plan has been all week to probably run away from our 2D tackles.
Yep.
So, I mean, in their game plan, they didn't have a chance to prepare otherwise either. So, I mean, they may figure that out as the game goes on. But generally speaking, every team that has had any yardage against us has been on the wings, on the edges, getting outside, because Ray and Harris in the middle has stopped all that. So tonight we probably worked on teams getting to our edge. So we're hopefully that both teams will be doing that instead of trying to run the middle.
They're fixing to play the national anthem. We're just a few minutes away from kickoff here in Lexington, Tennessee. We'll take a timeout. When we return, we'll go inside some numbers, compliments of our buddy David Long, and take a long look at this long series. Back after this.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we will have a moment of silence, followed by the singing of our national anthem.
Can you see by the dawn's early light
Hardin County
what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the brave and the home of the brave.
Welcome back to Lexington, Tennessee. I'm Steve Cornell, along with Kurt Carroll and Kendall Atkinson, bringing you Hardin County football right here on 93.5 FM. This is the Central Bank pregame show. Let's look at some numbers. Lexington held a 22-game winning streak over 26 years, dating back to 1969. The Tigers broke the streak in 1995 with a 28-14 win. Since then, Hardin County is 20-8. and won 8 in a row from 1995 to 2002. Coach Smith is 7-5 against Lexington, with 2 of those losses coming in the 2020 season. This game has determined the region championship 4 out of the last 5 years. Both teams are 2-2, with Northside winning in 2018. And I want to thank David Long for that history lesson on this outstanding meeting between these 2 teams that have probably played each other longer than any team that we have played. The Tigers have raced out onto the field on the far sideline. They're on the west side of the field. So, other action tonight, Southside will be at Chester County in the district, and Liberty will be at McNary Central. Both of those teams are 0-6. Somebody will come away with their first victory tonight.
Those will be 2 good games.
Yeah, exactly. So, the Tigers are out. Of course, we talked about Adam Harris being out for tonight. And looking at the offense, Kurt, we put in some more plays on the offense. I'm sure we're going to throw it a lot tonight.
I guess so. I mean, he's going to do. I mean, Coach Smith's a numbers guy. I mean, if they've got a low number of guys in the box, he's going to run it. And if he's got, you know, if he's got single coverage out wide, he's going to throw it. I mean, there's things like that he's going to do. But I'm sure looking at the film, and I think Kendall has watched several of the games, and he said that they can be thrown on. So, yeah, I probably imagine we'll throw it quite a bit.
It looks like Wilkes, Tarver, is that Gray? I can't tell. And Carter Smith are the captains for the Tigers. They're at midfield going over some instructions, and we're fixing to get the toss. Lexington is in gray uniforms, gray pants, gray jerseys, and red helmets. And the Tigers are in all white and the maroon helmet. Hardin County has won the toss, and they have elected to defer to the second half. So Coach Smith is wanting to put his defense on the field first.
Well, one of the nice things about tonight is you know how windy it's been, and we like to throw the ball. It obviously affected some of the throws in our last game last Friday night that we talked about, but the wind is laid. It's calm. It's perfect weather. It's a perfect night to play football.
All right, let's take a time out. You've been listening to the Central Bank pregame show. When we return, we'll have the kickoff here from Lexington, Tennessee. This is Hardin County football on 93.5 FM. All right, welcome back to Lexington, Tennessee. It's time for Hardin County football right here on 93.5 FM, WKWXFM.com, the WKWX app, and streaming live on YouTube channel Slice 93. Nolan Foster will spot it down. He'll be kicking from the south to the north end zone, and these numbers are going to be hard to see for Lexington. The red numbers on kind of a dark gray uniform.
Yeah, it's impossible.
So we'll do the best we can.
They got a really good running back, kick returner.
I think it's McCann. I think
he's quick. I'm sure that it'll be unusual if we kick to him.
So McCann back deep. Foster puts it down. And we're off. A high end-over-end short kick. They run into each other at the 40-yard line. And it'll be down there first and 10 for Lexington.
Steve, you know, right now it's anybody's game. And you can say that about the beginning of every game, but this should be a good test for both sides. They played Haywood and got beat by Haywood. Haywood's probably one of the best teams in West Tennessee. We played USJ and lost that game. So, I mean, these two teams will probably match up pretty well.
So Lexington will come to the line, four-man front for the Tigers. Shotgun formation, tailback to the left. Here's a snap, trying to get inside, and goes across the 40-yard line. He's knocked down there initially by Sparks.
No, that's Isaiah McLean.
McLean on the keeper. He's in the Wildcat.
That's pretty much
He's
it.
wearing the wrong. It's got the wrong number listed.
Student body left and student body right. I mean, that's 5-yard gain, and that's what they want to do. 5 yards to pop. That'd tickle them to death.
Second down, 2nd and 5. The ball spotted at the 44 of the Tigers. Shotgun formation. Now he looks like he's going to go right. Gets outside left, going down the sideline. He's at the 30-yard line. He's going to go out of bounds at the 26-yard line. Nothing fancy. Just took a step inside and then got to the sideline. That'll be enough for a first down. We didn't have anybody on the edge.
Yeah, they were. They just got blocked in. He's just reading his blocks. I mean, this is – I officiated a game one time. The quarterback would line up 7 to 8 yards deep, kind of mid-punt range, and he would just take it and run where he wanted to, and that's what this guy's doing. He ran weak side that time instead of to the power.
So McLean will bring them to the line. 5-man front now for the Tigers. Shotgun formation, receiver to the right, tailback to the left. Here's a snap, going to the left. Misses a tackle there at the 25 at Sparks. He goes across the 20-yard line and knocked out of bounds by Wilkes at the 25. And that's another thing. You can't miss those tackles. You had him right at the line of scrimmage. He ran right through an arm tackle.
Well, he's the kind that it's going to take bodies to get to the point of attack, because in space, I don't know if we got anybody that can tackle him in space.
So it'll be first down, 1st and 10 at the 15. They started this drive at their own 40 after a short kick. So McLean brings them to the line, tailback to his left, receiver right. Here's a snap, running in the middle this time, bounces it outside, breaks a tackle, but Tarver comes over the top and knocks him down about the 12-yard line for a pickup of about 3.
See, the problem with this is getting a good get-off on the ball. I mean, really coming off hard and being in the backfield, that's not going to affect him any. He can just go outside. If he's planning on going inside, he'll kick it outside. I mean, it's kind of like backyard football. That's what it looks like.
So it'll be second down, 2nd and 7. The ball spotted at the Tiger 12. 10:25 to go in the first quarter. Lexington took the opening kickoff. They've marched it right down the field. Now McLean in the shotgun again, tailback to his right. Here's a snap. He's running right, trying to get outside. This time he's going to be knocked down.
So there's your defensive end and outside linebacker both made him at the line of scrimmage.
That's Tarver there, number 2. 7, so I'm talking about his kill. So Tarver got pressure inside and made him blow it out, and the Tigers came up and cleaned it up. Actually lost a yard, so it'll be 3rd down, 3rd and 8. Ball spotted right at about the 13-yard line.
It gets harder to run inside that 20-yard line, too. Space starts getting smaller.
So third down, 3rd and 8. McLean in the shotgun formation, receiver left, tailback to his left. Here's a snap, running to the left. Tigers come up, and they get him down at the 10. That's Wilkes and Kill on the tackle, and that'll bring up 4th down. 4th and about 6.
Just to note, they've got a really good kicker. They seem to always have a good kicker.
One thing, too, is I can see it. Wilkes is going to have a big night. I mean, there's going to be a lot of these plays when he gets out in space that Wilkes is going to be isolated one-on-one with him, because usually your corner is getting blocked and your outside linebacker is getting blocked.
4th down, 4th and 6. McLean brings them to the line. Shotgun formation. Tigers need a stop. And we jump.
Yellow on the field.
That'll make a 4th and 6, a 4th and 1.
Yeah.
Offsides on
That's your.
defense.
That's almost 1st down, if not already.
Yeah, they called it a 1st down.
Result of the play is a first bank.
Really?
Touchdown, Tigers 1st and goal.
So it'll be 1st and goal. We jumped. On the 4th down play on the hard count, right there in the middle of the field, right where the football is, and we gave them a 1st down.
Yeah, that's
So a big mistake there by the Tiger defense.
Can't do that.
McLean brings them to the line from the 6. Here's a snap, running to the left. One man to beat, goes right by him and into the end zone. Well, right by Blankenship and went into the end zone, and they made it look easy.
Yeah, well, see, that's the one-on-one that they're looking for. He planted that left foot, made that cut, and Blankenship didn't have a chance. But it's still that 4th down jumping offside. That you can't give up that play.
In the kick is Lewis. Snap is down, the kick is up, and the kick is good. 8:20 to go here in the 1st quarter. Lexington just on top of the Tigers first, 7-0. We'll take a timeout. This is Hardin County football right here on 93.5 FM. Lexington goes 60 yards on 7 plays, and McLean takes it to the house from 6 yards out. Extra point good, 7-0 Lexington. Yeah, back deep is Irving and Wilkes. Here's a spinning kick high over Wilkes' head and into the end zone. So the Tigers will have it 1st down, 1st and 10 at their own 20.
You know, it's rare to see a team with 1 runner and 10 blockers. That's basically it.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody on the offense is blocking it, except the quarterback.
10 at their own 20-yard line.
So Smith will bring them to the line. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the far side. Irving, your tailback. 4-man front for Lexington. Here's a snap. They'll fake it to him. They'll get it out to Heyman, and he's going to be knocked down as Gray was out there and missed his block, and they got Heyman for about a yard loss.
Bring it up 2nd and 11.
So that'll bring up 2nd down, 2nd and 11.
They're coached up on that play. They were up tight looking for it.
So 2nd down, 2nd and 11. 2 receivers left now, 2 here to the right. Irving to the right of Smith. 4-man front. Now they're going to a 3-man front. Irving goes in motion right. Here's a snap, straight drop. Here comes some pressure. Middle screen, complete. Wilkes has it at the 30. He's at the 40. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. He's at the 30. He's at the 20. They're not going to catch him. Touchdown, Hardin County.
Man, what an executed play. You can't draw it on a board better than that. Never got touched. And then used his wheels and got it all the way to the end zone. Nobody caught him.
Woo! So Wilkes goes in for the Reynolds Law Firm touchdown, and the Tigers are a point away from evening it up in just a minute. Smith will hold. Foster will kick. Snap is down. The kick is up. And the kick is good. 7:20 to go here in the first quarter. Tigers get on the scoreboard. 7-7 our score. You're listening to Hardin County football right here on 93.5 FM. Hardin County goes 2 plays, 81 yards, Smith to Wilkes as Wilkes houses it on an 80-yard one catch and run. Extra point good. And that scoring drive powered by Jones Motor Company. Here's a kick. And there is a run back, headed back this way, and then it's going to be knocked down. But, man, what a block. That was almost a blindside block right there. And that's not allowed in high school, but they allowed it this time.
Yeah, better kick, got a little deeper, needs to be a little higher. Give us time to get down there. But everybody, it must be universal that on these little pooch kicks, every team's taking it to a middle return. We hadn't really seen it that much as we've seen it this year. Every time they catch the ball, they're bringing it back to the middle.
So McLean will bring them to the line. Now he'll send 2 receivers to the right, try to spread us out a bit. His tailback to the left. Somebody in the back. 5-man front. Here's a snap. Fumbled it. And he's going to be hit in the backfield and knocked down by a whole host of Tigers.
Having that back there with him messed him up, didn't it? Not used to having another player in the backfield.
Tarver Jr. in on the play, along with Keandre Smith for the Tigers. A loss of 1. It'll be second down, 2nd and 11.
You'd think that dude would have to get tired if he's carrying it every play.
Shotgun formation, 2 receivers to the right. They're going from the north to the south. Here's a snap, right up the middle, looking for some running room, and this time he's going to be hemmed up in the middle, and they drive him backwards, and now the whistle blows. And he's stopped by a whole host of Tigers. Will look like
tried to run isolation, let the back lead up in the hole for him. It's the first time they've really kind of tried to penetrate the middle of the line, and didn't work out well.
That was Wade Banhouse was the initial hit for the Tigers, so that'll bring up 3rd down, 3rd and 9, ball back, or at the 33 of Lexington. McLean brings them to the line, receiver to the right in a tight formation, tailback left. Here's a snap. He's just going to run it right up the middle, and he gets outside, has a little bit of running room. He's holding up face mask, and then he throws our helmet off.
McLean on the carry, flag on the play.
He had enough for the 1st down, I think, but he had Wilkes' helmet, had him by the face mask. They were sitting there looking at it, didn't flag it, and then he ripped it off his head and threw it backwards over into the sideline area, and now they're talking about it.
He's short.
Well, it should be a personal foul.
So they're talking about, I don't know, it wouldn't be a dead ball foul. Was it play still going or what?
I don't know what the discussion would be. Pretty obvious.
Personal foul against McLean. There's a 3rd down and 9, and they'll march it back.
It would have been 4th and 3.
Yeah, they'll march it back to the 25. So it'll bring up
2. He's tough though. I mean,
Back up the Tigers.
we had him right there about the line of scrimmage. I mean, he got away from 2 guys.
Bring up 4th
Still
down.
got 7 yards, 7, 8 yards.
So they got 4th down on, is it 4th?
No.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Well, they did call it a dead ball foul.
Yeah, they must have.
That may have happened after he came out of bounds.
So Lewis will go back to punt. I seen him flip the,
Well, you can't get a better scenario than that.
so it will be 4th down. And Lexington will have to punt it away. Back deep is Wilkes. He'll get it off. A high knuckleball type kick. Takes a Lexington bounce and then goes sideways and stops at about the 44-yard line where the Tigers will have it 1st down, 1st and 10.
Will be 1st and 10. Hardin
At their own 44-yard line. All tied at 7.
I'm curious, you guys can chime in, but why did they change what they did on the first series and put that back in the backfield? I mean,
He's been back here.
no, he was solo. If he was, the guy was lined up in front of him like an H-back.
Yeah, no, he's been back there with him the whole time.
But he's that H-back I talked about.
Yeah.
So it'll be 1st down, 1st and 10 Tigers. Smith in the shotgun. He'll give it to Irvin, trying to get outside, breaks back to the middle of the field, and just powering his way across the 45 to about the 46, 47-yard line. So a good pickup there. Wasn't really nothing there. Cut it back to the middle of the field and picked up a couple extra yards.
2nd and 5.
So they'll give him 5, and it'll be 2nd down, 2nd and 5. 4:56 to go here in the first quarter. 7-7 our score. Lexington took it 60 yards down the field. Tigers went 2 plays and then got an 83-yard touchdown pass. This time they'll stack it up on the right and left side of Smith. Now Irvin in motion, and here comes a flag.
Flag on the play.
And they're going to get us for a false start.
False start against Hardin County.
So after a pickup of 5, we're
Second and 5.
going to have to eat that. And they'll spot it back to the original line of scrimmage. So 2 penalties early here.
Yeah, not a game you want to have a lot of mistakes in, penalties. Look what it did to them there. I mean,
Yeah. So it'll be 2nd down, 2nd and 10 now, back at the 43. Empty backfield. Here's a snap, straight drop. Looking, fires, complete, right in Heyman's hands, turns, and he drops it. Got to catch a football, wide open. Nobody around him. And that'll bring up 3rd down.
but it looked like Carter was wanting him to sit down in that zone.
He kept moving.
And he kept moving. I mean, really, when you hit that spot, you're supposed to just squat in that one spot in the zone. And
Now they'll go in a diamond formation, and the receivers to the left. One out here to the near side is Rose. 3rd down, 3rd and 10. Here's a snap. Looking. Fires down the field and overshoots Rose as he was the lone receiver over here and was well covered, and Tigers will have to turn it over. So they get a 1st and 5. They get a penalty, and then can't do anything with it after that.
3 and out and 3 and out.
As McLean set up to receive.
So McLean will be back to receive the punt from Strickland.
Don't want to punt it to him either.
Here's a snap. Here's a spiraling kick. Turns over. McLean lets it go. And it takes a bounce and goes out of bounds. We'll take a quick timeout. You're listening to Hardin County Football right here on 93.5. We'll be back right after this. That timeout brought to you by Orange Blossom Florist. 3:54 to go here in the first quarter. 7-7 our score. So Lexington will take over. First down, 1st and 10 at their own 24. McLean brings them to the line, shotgun formation. A back to his left. Receiver right. Here's a snap. Going that way, cuts it back to the middle of the field, and he's going to be hit and drives forward for a couple of yards.
Picks up about 3 yards.
Gray in there. In on the play along with
2nd and 7.
David Stroud, excuse me. 2nd down, 2nd and 8. They'll give him 2. McLean brings him to the line. Now they'll send the receiver out here to the near side. Looking over a 5-man front. Now we jump again on the hard count. Come on, guys.
Offsides on the defense.
I mean, the ones that are jumping are right there by the football. So that'll bring up 2nd down, 2nd and 3.
Result of play looks like a 2nd and 4.
So Lexington will come to line now, 2nd and 3 from their own 31. Receiver out here to the near side. Tigers line up in a 5-man front. Here's a snap. McLean gets hit in the backfield, gets through a couple of arm tackles and then knocked down. He'll be, looks like maybe about a yard short.
Brought down at the 32.
A pickup of a yard, so it'll be 3rd down, 3rd and 2.
Coming for Lexington.
3rd down, 3rd and 2, and now do they want to look at it?
No, they're bringing in another player.
Okay, somebody's hurt. That's what it is. Got a Lexington Tiger lineman limping off the field, so he'll come off. 3rd down, 3rd and 2.
This will be a good test. Hard trying to get a guy to not gain any yardage on as quick as a cat.
So he'll come to the line, shotgun formation, tailback to the right, receiver out to the right. 3rd down, 3rd and 2. And now they move this time.
The new guy. They brought in a new lineman, and the new lineman jumped. That'll get you some playing time.
So they make a mistake on 3rd down. Now it's 3rd down and 7 as they'll spot it back. Looks like to the 27-yard line. 3rd down, 3rd and 7. Up front is Gray, Stroud, and Van Hoos, and Tarver, along with Keandre Smith for Hardin County. Shotgun formation. McLean runs to the inside. Now he'll cut it back up the field, breaks a couple of tackles, but he'll be knocked down about the 32, and that'll bring up 4th down. Man, he's a hard little dude to get down.
Yeah, you know, they say you need to get into their thigh level. His thigh level is real low.
So they bring up 4th down, 4th and 2 on their side of the field, and Coach Hollingsworth will elect to punt. And is that Lewis in the punt?
Yes, that's Lewis.
Back deep is Braden Wilkes. 42 seconds to go, 7-7 our score here in the first quarter. Started off fast-paced, but the last couple of drives for both teams have ended up in punts. Here's a snap, a good one, no pressure. Gets it off, kicks it away from Wilkes, hits, and takes a Lexington bounce. And there you go, Kurt. That took about a 25-yard bounce. We didn't go over and get it. Instead of having it at about the 35 or 40, we got it at the 16 or 17-yard line.
Yeah, I'm shaking my head, Steve. I don't get it. Well, I understand it, but you got to have somebody that really wants to catch those punts and run them back, and you got to have a lot of trust in them doing it, because they boot it.
So it'll be 1st down, 1st and 10 at the 16. Well, they got it spotted by the 17 of the Tigers. 2 receivers left, one here to the near side. Shotgun formation. Here's a snap. Handoff. Saunders still on his feet across the 20, dragging a defender close to the 25. They'll spot him about the 24, and that'll be the last play of the first quarter. So it started off with a bang and kind of fizzled out here in the first quarter. 7-7 our score as we move to the second quarter. You're listening to Hardin County football right here on 93.5 FM. We'll be back from Lexington, Tennessee, right after this timeout. Second down, 2nd and 3 for the Tigers. Here's a handoff to Saunders, hit in the backfield, and then he's driving
Runs into a wall.
for about a yard gain, maybe a yard loss. I can't tell. They're on the other side over there. It'll be 3rd down. Maybe they'll give him the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, he kind of got nicked at the line of scrimmage and couldn't ever get any momentum going forward after that.
3rd down. 3rd and a long 3. Now they'll send 2 receivers to the left. They're going from the north to the south now. Heyman out here to the outside. Gray to the inside. Wilkes to the far side. Shotgun formation. Here's a snap. Here comes a blitz. Quick throw. Complete to Wilkes. That's enough for Hardin County Bank. 1st and 10 Tigers.
I think he may have dropped it.
Well, he was stretching for the 1st down. Now they're going to say it's incomplete. An official from the other side came over and overruled.
Coach Smith's letting him.
Yeah, he's not happy at all. And so that'll bring up 4th down. So a drop pass that would have been a 1st down, it ends up being 4th down.
I didn't see that because he turned to run upfield. He wouldn't have turned to run upfield without the ball.
I think it's when he stretched out. Here's Strickland's punt. An end-over-end kick. Is going to hit and take a Lexington bounce to the Tigers' 45-yard line. So not a good punt.
No, he's been hitting them really good. I've been proud of him all year. I didn't really know what kind of punter he was, but he has been really good in earlier games. That's one of his rare misses.
Well, we got a flag on the play. Well, the one thing we can't do is keep giving them opportunities. Well, I mean, we've made a couple of 1st downs that have had to come back, and now we got a personal foul against us.
Another 15 yards.
No, he called it wrong. It's on Lexington.
Okay, now it's against Lexington, and as usual, a struggling officiating crew.
I'm telling you.
So they've got all that, I think, figured out. I'm not sure.
Unless they change the rule, on punts, that's a loose ball play, and if the penalty occurred while the ball was still in the air, it's supposed to be administered from the original spot.
Well, that's their 2nd personal foul call, and that cost them from starting on our 45, and they move it back to their 40. What are we going to do? Punt it again? They're yelling defense over here. They have no idea what they're doing out there. What are they doing?
They're saying they're on defense.
They're trying to figure out if it's a loose ball play or when the penalty occurred. It looks like the umpire's running the show. He's telling the referee and the side judge what the catch and what the penalty is and where to administer it from.
Well, he's the one that came over and overruled.
That's what I'm saying. He must be the real smart one in the butt.
Well, they're still talking about it. Of course, he's having to talk to this official because he's over here on Lexington's sideline, and he'll have to explain it. Anyway, they get it cleared up. Shotgun formation, first down, 1st and 10 from the 40. Here's McClain. Looking for some running room right up the middle. Has a little bit to the 45, to the 46. Wilkes comes up, makes the tackle.
He's answered your call, Kurt.
Yep. So he picks up a 6. It'll be 2nd down, 2nd and 4.
He's come up several times and made some big tackles, like you were saying, that he's going to have a big
yeah. I mean, he's the only one that's really not getting blocked in that scenario. So, I mean, he's freed up to run, run to the ball. And
McClain brings him to the line. He'll send the receiver to the left. A tailback stands to his right. Here's a snap. Cuts it back to the middle of the field, and this time he's going to be hit and drugged back to about the 50-yard line. I think that's enough for a 1st down.
It is a first down, Tigers.
Yeah, he just picking his holes and patient, and he's got the acceleration to go once he sees a hole.
Well, he's coming out now.
Well, he ought to. I don't know what. You know how tiring that is to carry a defense on your back for 3 series in a row, every play.
I can't tell who's in. So a new quarterback in. Here's a snap. Same play. This time he's going to be hit and dropped.
It's going to be Jacob Davis.
At about the 45. That'll be Davis on the keeper.
Up to the 45.
They're winning. They're winning right now, though. That's 5 yards a pop that they're. And that's running behind his linemen, so his linemen are 4 yards downfield too.
So 2nd down, 2nd and 6 at the 45 of the Tigers. 9:04 to go here in the half. 7-7 our score. Both teams scored on the opening drive and nothing since. Davis brings them to the line. Shotgun formation, receiver left. Tailback to his left. 5-man front for the Tigers. Everybody in tight. Here's a snap. Trying to get outside. Looking for running room. Hit. Spins off that tackle. Now he's stacked up. Tarver was in there. He got away from him. And then a whole host of Tigers met him at the line of scrimmage. Lost a yard on it. It'll be 3rd down, 3rd and 6.
Yeah, 3rd and 6. That's a good rest, though. It's pretty smart coaching. Give a guy a breather for 2 plays and then bring him in on 3rd down.
So McClain will come back into the game on this 3rd down play. 3rd down, well, they got 5. They must give him the line of scrimmage at the 44. 3rd down, 3rd and 5 from the Tigers' 44-yard line. Hardin County lines up. Everybody in a tight bunch formation. On the offensive side, here's McClain looking for some running room right up the middle. Has running room, breaks out of the pack, and he's going to go all the way. He went right up the gut. He was hit a couple of times and then spun off the tackle, and he's gone into the end zone. I mean, here we are. We're just going to run right at you. Tackle us if you can.
He's good.
Yep.
And he's little. They're wearing those gray jerseys, Kendall, like we talked about. It's almost like he's camouflaged in there. He's like a little shadow hanging behind all that.
He shoots out.
So Lewis will come in to attempt the extra point. Here's the snap. Is down. The kick is up, and the kick is good. 7:46 to go here in the first half. Lexington 14, Hardin County 7. We'll take an Orange Blossom Florist timeout. We'll be back right after this. McLean goes in for his second score. Goes 5 plays, 60 yards, 45-yard touchdown run right up the gut. Lewis will kick it off. Back deep is Irvin and Wilkes.
Kick the last one out of the end zone.
Here's a high end-over-end kick. This one is playable. At the 10, Irvin at the 15, looking for some running room, gets it to the outside across the 30, close to the 35-yard line.
Out to about the 33-yard line.
Good return.
Yep. So Hardin County will start at their own 33 on this drive, trailing 14-7, with 7:35 to go here in the first half. Coming up at halftime, the Central Bank halftime report, and also your Tiger report coming your way. That's all coming up at halftime. Right now we got business to tend to. Empty backfield, 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Straight drop, quick. Fire to Gray. He's at the 35. He's at the 40-yard line. And that'll be about a couple of yards short. But a good pickup on first down.
Yeah, good run by him too. Lowering that shoulder, get what he could get. Tried to split 2 guys and almost did, but showing good speed, good hands.
Now they'll go 2 receivers to the right. That's Wilkes and Gray. And Rose out here to the near side. Saunders in at tailback. Right behind Smith. 4-man front for Lexington. Man goes in motion right. Here comes the rush. Here's a handoff. Saunders has running room. Hit at the 45. Falls forward to the 46-yard line. That'll be enough for Hardin County Bank. 1st and 10 Tigers on the run by Saunders.
Spread them out as much as we could. They took one of their linebackers out of the play by trying to blitz in the A gap right next to the center. And that just made one less guy to get in on the tackle.
So Gray and Heyman goes out to the right now. McGee and Rose out here to the near side. They're going from the south to the north end zone. 6:30 to go here in the first half. 14-7 our score. Tigers driving. Smith in the shotgun formation. 1-step drop. Fires. It's going to be complete to Heyman as he gets into Lexington territory around the 47, 48-yard line.
Good throw. Carter's looked really good. He had one overthrow in the game, but the guy was covered, and he was going to miss in the wrong spot. But he's looked pretty sharp throwing football.
So it'll be second down, second and about 4. Pickup of 6 on the pass reception to Heyman. Now they'll go 2 receivers left, 1 to the far side. Saunders in at tailback, shotgun formation. Here's a snap. We'll give it to Saunders right up the middle. He's going to be hit in the backfield and loses about a yard. That time the blitz came up and got him.
Yeah,
They're cheating up, and we ran right into it that time.
yeah, bringing the house.
Now, it was a little trap play in the middle. He beats that one tackle. He's probably still running. I mean, it was there. It was just a hair late.
So it'll be third down, 3rd and 5. A big third down play for the Tigers. The ball is at Lexington's 49-yard line. Now they'll go trips left. Saunders, a tailback, standing to the right of Smith. Now Saunders goes in motion right. Here's a snap, straight drop. There's a throw down the middle of the field and just misses McGee. He was wide open at the 30-yard line, and Smith overthrew him.
He just put a little too much air under it.
That's one that needs to be stuck.
Yeah, he needs to stick that one. That no need to have that height on that throw. It could have thrown it on the line to him. He was wide open.
So that'll bring up 4th down, and the Tigers will have to turn it over.
You know something, Strickland's a punter, and he's also a running back, and he's also fast. I mean, if you wanted to have a guy on any kind of trick play where the punter runs it, he'd be the perfect one.
4th down, 4th and 5. Here's a snap. Here comes some pressure. He'll get it away. A low line drive, hit at the 30-yard line. Or excuse me, the 20-yard line, and they'll get it down to the 19. Let's take a quick timeout. You listen to Hardin County football right here on 93.5 FM. Back after this. All right, welcome back to Lexington, Tennessee. Steve Cornell along with Kurt Carroll and Kendall Atkinson bringing you Hardin County football tonight from Lexington, as these two teams are quite familiar with each other. The 79th mini between these two teams. Lexington on top, 14-7. Here's Snap McLean trying the middle of the field, has a little bit of running room this time. He is going to be met with a whole host of Tigers as Keandre Smith comes out of there along with Wade Van Hoos on the play. Picks up a couple of yards. It'll be second down, 2nd and 8.
You know, you would think 11 guys on defense, every one of them kid on that quarterback. You would think with 11 guys you could just snuff him in the beginning, but man, his feet are just never stopping. I mean, he's just juking, looking for a hole, and then, man, and he's strong. Once he makes contact, he can break a tackle.
Second down, 2nd and 8. Ball at the 21 of Lexington. 4:30 to go here in the first half. 14-7 our score. And now we got a whistle and a timeout. Lexington asked for a timeout. They want to talk about it. They didn't like the setup, so we'll take a timeout with them. 4:27 to go here in the first half. 14-7 our score. This is Hardin County football on 93.5 FM. Back after this. Welcome back to Lexington, Tennessee. Lexington on top of the Tigers, 14-7. Both teams scored on their initial drive in the first quarter, then exchanged punts along with some flags that went along with it, and then Lexington just broke the tie on a 40-yard run by McLean. So it'll be second down, 2nd and 8. McLean in the shotgun. Gets the handoff, looking for somewhere to run. Bounces off a couple of tackles, still on his feet. And then this time he's going to be knocked backwards to about the 16-yard line.
Now, see, their Blankenship went into his thighs.
Yeah.
And he was able to keep him from tackling him by backing up.
Here's another thing, though. They spotted that ball at the 21. He was hit back here at about the 16, 17-yard line. That's where his forward progress stopped, not at the 21. They gave him the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
So they bring up third down, 3rd and 8, ball at the 21. Shotgun formation. Receiver to the right. Here's a snap. Running to the left. Has some running room, and he's going to be just short of the first down, I think.
No, don't spot it where the other guy is.
There he is.
There you go.
He's about a yard short.
Pick up about 6.
Headlines on the other side had him up another yard.
So they're going to look for a measurement.
4th and a short.
That's not even close.
Maybe a yard.
This guy over here wanted to call it real bad.
I think the umpire told him he had to check a measure.
So they'll bring the chains out with 3:22 to go.
This is just like a timeout for their coach to be able to decide what he wants to do.
They'll stretch him out, and he is a yard short or so. So they got a decision they want to make.
4th and less than a yard. Coming.
Fourth and about a half a yard at their own 29. Here's the thing. You don't get it. You give us good field position with 3:22 to go. You get it.
I bet they bark it and try to draw us because we jumped twice.
So McLean will, I see him coming out. They're trying to make a decision on what they want to do. 4th down, 4th and about a half a yard. The officials are trying to get them out on the field. Now the hand goes up. They may not have enough time. They may get a delay. Everybody's trying to get lined up. They're trying to get us to jump. They're going to take a delay. Now they call a timeout.
Scott's Barbecue timeout called by Lexington.
So there's a flag.
Yeah, it's going to be against us, looks like.
After the whistle, what is the flag for?
They're calling it on.
Unsportsmanlike?
Yeah, they're calling it on us.
Well, that'll give them first down for sure.
Flag on the front.
Unsportsmanlike.
Against the defense.
That's going to be on Gray. And they're getting him off the field.
The result of that.
And that'll give them first down. So Hardin County has committed 3 costly penalties in this game here in the first half. I mean, just lack of composure, 2 of them.
We're in that 40 to 50 yard penalty right now.
Now we got a timeout on the field. We'll take a quick timeout. You're listening to Tiger Football. We'll be back right after this. All right, first down, 1st and 10. After the unsportsmanlike on the Tigers, a dead ball foul. I don't know what it was unless there was some jawing going on. Anyway, first down, 1st and 10. Shotgun formation. Here's a snap. McClain looking for some running room. Gets outside, breaks the tackle there, and then he'll just get knocked out of bounds. And
pushed out of bounds. Just shy of the 50-yard line.
I know one thing. You can't tackle him up high.
No, you're wasting.
You're wasting your time. Poirier comes in. He goes back out. Gray comes back in.
It's one of the few times they've run right. They've been left-handed a lot on their run. They must like that left side of the line better than they do the right. Even when they've had power to the right, they still ran to the weak side to their left.
Second down, 2nd and 4. The ball's at the 49. Here's a snap. Runs to the left this time, looking for some room. Cuts it back to the middle of the field. That's McClain. That'll be close to a first down. That'll be enough for a first down. With 2:36 to go here in the first half. First down, 1st and 10. From the Tigers' 45-yard line now. And they got the type of offense, they can just run it all the way down if they want to. We can't stop them. We need a turnover. We need something good to happen for the Maroon ones. First down, 1st and 10. Here's a snap, running to the right now, back up the middle of the field, has a little bit of running room, still on his feet fighting. As Big Gray got a hold of him and knocked him down.
After he carried Gray 3 yards on his back, maybe 4.
Well, the thing is, I just noticed then on that particular play, there wasn't anybody in the middle of the field. Gray didn't have him. It's like our linebackers just parted the ways.
That,
second down, 2nd and 4.
He's a 300-pounder that he carried with him.
Now, the other quarterback is in. They'll give McClain a rest. Here's a snap. He's a little bit smaller. Has some running room, I say that, and he's just running through arm tackles left and right. They're wearing on us right now.
Makes his way down inside the 30-yard line.
Inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
First down.
So the first down, 1st and 10 Lexington at the Tigers' 28-yard line. Clock running, 1:26 to go here in the half.
Can't get frustrated. You got to get fired up.
Shotgun formation, receiver left. Here's a snap. Looking for room to run. This time he gets hit by Blankenship. Just falls forward to about the 21 or 22-yard line.
Just went in the line of scrimmage right now. I mean,
and the clock goes under.
And I'm sure they're
58
tired.
seconds to go. Tigers need to hold right here.
I'm sure they're tired.
They got one timeout. Lexington does.
Second foul.
Here's a snap. Looking for running room, and this time he's going to be hit in the backfield.
Ball. We got
On the
it.
ground.
Frank's got it.
We got it.
Stop the clock. The clock is run 10 seconds.
The clock's still running.
The clock
They
is
run about 10 or 15 seconds off.
Double on the play. Recovered by Hardin County.
They need to resolve that.
Yeah.
They ran about 10 seconds off.
I think it's more than that.
I think Coach Roser saw it down here. He was throwing his hands up.
That was Franks on the strip.
36.4 seconds to go.
So the Tigers get a big turnover with 36 seconds to go and a chance, but they're not going to change it. Man, they ran off a good 10 or 15 seconds.
I don't know if we're wanting to change it. They want to get the locker room.
So anyway, the Tigers have it after the turnover. First down, 1st and 10. Here's a snap. They'll hand it off right up the middle, and he's going nowhere. I mean, I think you got to give it a shot at the midfield anyway.
I disagree with that.
Loss of about a yard on the play. It'll bring up second.
So we got 3 timeouts. I guess we're just going to eat them and go to the house and be happy trailing 7. Yeah, they will. They're just going to let it run out.
Last 4 minutes of the half, and we won it.
Tigers will get the football to start the 3rd quarter. But we get the turnover, and we sit on it. So it's halftime over here in Lexington, Tennessee. Your score is Lexington 14, Hardin County 7. We'll take a timeout. Your Central Bank halftime report, that's coming your way next, right here on 93.5 FM. All right, welcome back to Lexington, Tennessee. Big district matchup between Hardin County and Lexington. Lexington on top 14-7. Both teams got off to a fast start. Lexington got a score in the second, and then a big fumble right there as Hardin County pounced on the ball to keep them out of the end zone. So let's take a look at your scoring drives. You're listening to the Central Bank halftime show.
Yes, Steve, Hardin County, they win the toss to defer to the second half. Lexington takes their opening drive, and they go 7 plays, 62 yards, and they run it in from 5 yards out to go up 7-0. Hardin County, they go 2 plays on their next drive. They go 81 yards, Smith to Wilkes, and they tie it up 7-7. After a couple of exchange punts apiece, Lexington goes 5 plays. They take it 60 yards with McLean running it in from 45 yards out to take a 14-7 lead. And then as Lexington just drove down the field, we had a big turnover that Franks jumped on. And unfortunately, with 50 seconds left and all 3 timeouts, we choose to go to halftime down 14-7. And that's where we're at right now. We do get the ball coming out of half, but me being an offensive-minded person, I would have loved to get a little bit of insurance, knowing I get the ball back after halftime, at least give it a shot, and then see where it goes. But that's just my personal opinion.
Well, you know, it's like Kurt said, they're wearing on us. I mean, up front, they may be a little bit more physical right now than we are, and you know, I'm sure us getting the ball back to start the third quarter had a lot to do with that.
Everything. I mean, they just won the last 4 minutes of the first half by getting that turnover, and now they got to win the first 4 minutes of the second half when we get the ball. They've had their opportunities. I mean, one, that unsportsmanlike would have been fourth down. They weren't going to punt. They were going to try to draw us offside, and then they were going to punt. And they weren't going to go for it from their own 28-yard line, and then we get that. The penalties have been really bad, the timing of them. You could say that first 5-yard jump offside penalty, which is a peewee football penalty. Everybody knows they're going to try to hard count you down there on a short yardage situation like that, and that gave them a first and goal from the 5. I mean, pretty much that penalty gave them a touchdown. So, I mean, and then we missed on a seam route that could possibly have been a touchdown because he was in the seam, nobody deeper than he was when the ball got over his head. It just bad throw and couldn't make the catch. So, I mean, they did the stuff they needed to do. They just didn't capitalize and made mistakes when they didn't need to.
Well, they've had the same issue too. They got a personal foul, what would have been a first down, and
it didn't put us 1st and 5.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, you know, they were driving, and they got a personal foul too. So, yeah, it's been a strange game and a lot of conversation with officials, and sometimes that's scary when you have a lot of conversation going on after every penalty.
From the way it looked to me in the beginning of the game, the running back was just making us miss. And they kind of started breaking down better, expecting him to be shifty after that first drive, and we got to see and look at him and what his talent was. But then late in the second half, they started winning the line of scrimmage. They started pushing us back, and, I mean, they were just getting in behind their blockers, and they were moving us 3 and 4 yards, I mean, at a pop.
Yeah, and I'm going to be the one to bring it up because I think it is true, but we wouldn't be doing an adequate job if we didn't touch on it, is the presence of Adam Harris. I mean, we talk about their offensive line. They're getting, 4 to 5 yards each running play. And you know, McLean's doing a good job of kind of breaking it outside and then cutting back inside. And, I don't know,
you don't know, because we're not in the huddle. When you're in that defensive huddle, you don't know what he's saying to other guys on the team. Right. You don't know what his presence is when you look at that guy and his head's down because he missed a tackle. He might have made him not want to miss that next tackle, and not having that present, you don't know. I can't say, but all I do know is 99% of the games that I've seen him play, he's in their backfield.
Well, and then one of that, offsides penalties was on his backup, and so. I don't know if that was just kind of a fluky deal, but we got to correct some things at halftime and get these fixed for the second half.
All right, we'll take a timeout. It's halftime here at Lexington, Tennessee, 14-7 our score. We'll be back with more Central Bank halftime show right after this timeout. All right, welcome back to Lexington, Tennessee. I'm Steve Cornell, along with Kurt Carroll and Kendall Atkinson, bringing you Hardin County football on a beautiful fall-like Friday night here in Lexington. The Pride is out on the field. performing for this home crowd. It's time now for the Tiger Report. We'll bring Haley Hardin in here. I was looking around everywhere, Haley. I never saw you.
We were sitting right here.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know what you were doing. You're kind of out of you.
How'd you not see us?
Well, I know. I mean, you got this 3M bright stuff. I know. My bad. I'm sorry.
Thank you, Mr. Steve. This week, the Lady Tigers soccer team had 2 home matches. On Monday, they fell to McNary 3-2. Mia Shirley scored 2 goals, and Libby Morris had 18 stops. On Wednesday, they lost to Chester County 5-1. Libby Morris had 22 stops, and Mia Shirley scored 1 goal. Last night, the volleyball team traveled to Jackson to play Sacred Heart. The Lady Tigers won a quick 3-set game against the Lady Knox. Next week, the Lady Tigers will start district tournament play on Monday at Lexington. Good luck, Lady Tigers. Also last night, the JV football team beat Jackson Northside 22-6 at home. On Monday, the cross-country teams ran at the Trinity Invitational in Jackson. Jacob Castile led the Tigers with a personal record in a time of 18 minutes and 3 seconds. That puts Jacob at the 3rd fastest cross-country runner in HCHS history. Caleb Brown also had a personal record, and for the ladies, Lauren Carpenter and Shelby Coleman both had personal records. Way to go, Tigers. Next week is fall break, so the Tigers team will have a bye. But they will be back in action on October 14th, hosting Liberty at 7 o'clock for Pink Out Night. If you can't make it to Jim Carroll Stadium, make sure you tune in to K93 or watch on YouTube at Slice 93. Be sure to stick around for the halftime report brought to you by WQTR Tiger Radio with yours truly, Haley Hardin.
Great job, Haley. The mood over there on the Tigers sideline.
Yep.
While you've been over there, how are they doing over there?
Well, our student section?
Yeah.
It's been pretty good. Our ringleader, Brody Riley, is doing the recording, so he's made sure me and Anna are bringing the energy tonight.
Yeah, we're going to need it in this second half
I know
for sure.
We will.
Things not going our way, but we got a big break and a big stop right there late in the first half. So we'll get the football and hopefully come out, tie this thing up, make it a new ball game.
Yes, sir.
Great job as always.
Thank you very much.
And maybe next time I can see you if you want something a little brighter. All right, we'll take a time out. This is the Central Bank halftime report. We'll be back right after this.
Sixth time with the goal. I was here about those 3 footballs with my group.
I'll get the 2 orange. Put wood in there every day.
Just a click away. Okay, I just let it out. I have made now every day in the morning, elementary school, math per day. She did the morning, and I was in the morning, and
Ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome back to Lexington, Tennessee. I'm Steve Cornell along with Kurt Carroll and Kendall Atkinson bringing you Hardin County football action in this big district matchup. Tigers are undefeated in the district. A win here would pretty much guarantee you a district championship, barring a collapse when Liberty comes to town. But Lexington, they have 2 more games to go in the district against Chester County and Jackson Southside, 2 improved teams. But right now, it's typical Lexington Hardin County game. Close, some mistakes being made. Lexington wants to run it. We want to throw it, and they're doing their running better than we're doing our throwing right now.
Yeah, and I mean, the biggest thing that you get with them, Steve, is that with them establishing the run like they have this entire first half, they're good at clock management, and they can run it, and they're getting first downs when they want to and moving the ball up and down the field, and they're also burning a lot of time off the clock. And so when you kind of get into a hole with them and they're taking this early lead, we've got to quickly reestablish that we're here, we're in this game, and that starts with this first drive out of halftime.
Yeah, exactly. We got to come out and get points on the board early, and hopefully on the first drive, and then get a stop somewhere. We talked about it in the pregame show. If we could get them in 3rd and long, which we have a couple of times, and a mistake, a penalty, has helped them out tremendously. But we're kind of doing what we wanted to do as far as trying to get them in 3rd and long. But McLean is he's he's more of a running back than he is quarterback. He's just taking a direct snap and taking off.
Well, when was the last game we played that you didn't see the other team throw at least one pass in the first half?
Yeah, I can't even remember.
Well, I thought they might. They had it 3rd and long one time, but they never brought out their throwing quarterback. They do have a quarterback that they use. I think the last time they played over here, what was it? They said the quarterback threw 27 times or something like that, and once in the game.
Yeah, the quarterback told somebody that he threw it 20 times on Friday night, and he said 19 of them was in warm-ups.
Yeah, so they don't want to throw it. They don't have to right now. But how about you, Kirk? How much punishment can one kid take in a football game like this?
Yeah, well, I'll tell you something. The biggest thing about him is when Gray jumped on his back to make that tackle.
Yeah.
Gray's he's around that 300, and he ran 4 yards with him on his back like a backpack. So he's not just shifty, he's strong. And I think he's been pretty much it all year for them. So I'm sure he's in great shape because he's carried them every game. The problem is for them is if you get a 2-touchdown lead on them, now they're in a they can't run that 3 yards in a cloud of dust. Those are timely penalties. You know, a penalty, a 5-yard penalty on the offense at midfield is not near as bad as a 5-yard penalty on your own 5-yard line.
I don't know if it's a good sign or not, but the officials are hanging around our locker room, so maybe that'll be good for us. But we're at halftime here. 14-7 our score. Lexington's band is on the field. An outstanding performance by the Pride as they just exited the field. So let's take a time out. You're listening to the Central Bank halftime show right here on 93.5 FM, your home for Hardin County sports. We'll be back right after this. All right, welcome back to Lexington, Tennessee. The Tigers are back out on the field. 14-7 is the score. We're at halftime. You've been listening to the Central Bank halftime report. Tigers will get the football as we start the third quarter. And, you know, what we thought, Kendall, we thought we would come in and throw it a lot. We have. We mixed in some runs. Saunders has been actually in the game, seems like, more than Irvin. so I don't know if he's got some type of injury or something going on with him. This time of year, you never really know what you're in Game 7. Is that right? Yeah, Game 7. A lot of bumps, bruises, and tweaks, and so I'm not sure what's going on there. Up front, Tigers have had to have met their match, I guess, so to speak, as two good lines going at it here in this ball game. And man, you're talking about a contrast of offensive philosophies by both teams. Coach Hollingsworth plays it pretty close to the vest.
Yeah.
And, really, Coach Smith does the same thing. They don't take a whole lot of chances depending on the field position.
Just building off what you just said, Coach Hollingsworth, he's pretty firm in the way he's going to run his offensive scheme, and that's what you've seen tonight. And, we had a big play right there with the 81-yard touchdown to Wilkes, but other than that, our offensive strategy and our approach, I just don't think you've seen it formulate like we thought we would do early in the ball game, and so that's going to be what I'm specifically looking for as this second half kicks off.
Yeah, we've had a drop pass. We've had an overthrow to two receivers that, I'm not sure McGee didn't score on that particular play. And then Cam dropped one out here. He was wide open with his wheels. He had a lot of grass to work with. So,
the most important part of this game is fixing to happen right now.
Yes, sir.
I mean, what they do on this series, it's not a final of the outcome, but they really, really, really need to get physical and push that ball downfield and get a touchdown, tie this thing up. If not, it can get away from them.
Yeah. I want to remind you, in the morning sports talk will be at 9 a.m. Michael Davis will be in for me. I'll be out doing some charity work in the morning. And he'll be in with Kirk and Coach Smith. They'll talk about tonight's game. And then they get you set up for a couple of weeks, as the Tigers will have an open date next week. It's fall break. Liberty will be in town in 2 weeks for Pink Out. We'll go to Milan, and then Pure Academy will wrap the regular season up at Jim Carroll Stadium for senior night on the 28th. So a lot of football to play, but Sports Saturday will start with Coast to Coast Sports Talk. No Tennessee football tomorrow. They're open as well. Let's take a quick timeout. When we come back, we'll have the kickoff to start the third quarter right after this. All right, welcome back to Lexington, Tennessee. Stu Cornell along with Kirk Carroll and Kendall Atkinson bringing you Hardin County football. We move to the third quarter. Lexington up 14-7. And Lexington will kick it off to the Tigers. Lewis will spot it at his 40-yard line. Back deep is Irving and Wilkes. A low line drive, and it's going to skip by Wilkes and get into the end zone. And the Tigers will have it first down, 1st and 10.
See, that's another thing right there, is you got a kicker that can kick it in, and you regularly take it at the 20.
Yeah.
And their possessions are starting at the 35 to 40, 45-yard line. I mean, you go adding up those differences in a ball game, and the yardages that they have to go are not near as far as the yardages we have to go.
The Tigers will come out. They'll go trips left. One here to the near side is Wilkes. They're going from the south to the north. Shotgun formation. Irvin in at tailback. He'll stand to the left. 3-man front for Lexington. Here's a snap. Straight drop. Looking, still looking. Fires short to Wilkes underneath. Has some running room at the 30-yard line. He's going to get enough for Hardin County. Make first and 10 on the first play. Had plenty of time, what you talked about, Kirk, and then picked his man up coming underneath.
Oh, the offensive line is giving him all day throw ball. He's got no prayer. He ought to feel good in the backfield. Early in that time, peels back, makes a great block that frees him up for another 6 yards.
That's a huge block.
So now they'll go trips right. And one lone receiver to the left. Shotgun formation. Saunders in the game now at tailback. Here's a snap. Straight drop. Looking. Still looking. Under pressure. Gets away from the defense and the rush, and he's just going to have to get rid of it.
Out of the chase. Pass is incomplete.
We ran that play against Melrose my senior year. You bring Wilkes out of the backfield, you run him, you clear out with Rose on the outside, and then you're running that kind of that go route with Wilkes on the outside, and you know they just had a zone coverage there that kind of.
Yeah, well, one thing too is they dropped with a 5-man. There was only 5 guys in the box. It really was a run down.
Yeah.
So second down, second and 10 on the incompletion. Ball spotted at the 31 of the Tigers. 3-man front for Lexington. 2 receivers left, 3 to the right. Empty backfield. Here's a snap. Straight drop. No pressure now. He'll fire over the middle. Complete at the 45 to Heyman. And that'll be enough for Hardin County to make first and 10 Tigers.
Carter's having a good. I mean, he's throwing the ball well. That was a strike.
We're doing what we're designed to do right now.
So it'll be first down, first and 10 Hardin County at their own 46-yard line. So 2 pickups of first down for the Tigers in this drive that started at their own 20. Wilkes to the left, Gray and Heyman here to the near side. Irving back in the game now. He'll stand to the left of Smith. Shotgun formation. Here's a snap. They fake the handoff, looking to throw. Going downfield, got a man wide open. Complete to Wilkes, and he dropped it. Right at the 30-yard line, he had it in his hands and just fell to the turf. You don't see that very often.
I don't know if he was in bounds when he actually got to the ball. We can't hardly tell. I can see where that light line is over there.
Yeah.
He was close to being thrown out of bounds, so I don't know.
That's 2 that should have been 6.
Yeah, that's 2 balls, though. If he's in bounds, that.
So that'll bring up second down, second and 10. Clock stops on the incompletion. 10:50 to go here in the third. 14-7 our score. Lexington on top. Tigers driving. Smith in the shotgun, man in motion near side. They'll fake it to him. Here comes a blitz.
Perfect call.
They'll get it to McGee. McGee has it. He's rumbling across the 50, across the 45, and taking a whole bunch of Lexington Tigers into their own territory. Enough for first down, I do believe.
One block, and he gets another 20.
Missed block.
So a good catch and run by McGee, and what a play setup.
A great play call.
Oh, yeah, they were coming. They walked up 2 linebackers and brought them on the blitz. There was nobody there. I mean, when he threw the screen, it was perfect.
So it'll be first down, first and 10 now at Lexington's 42-yard line. Now they'll go 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the far side. They're spreading them out. Empty backfield. Here's a snap. Looking. Fires. Completes to Will. Makes a move to the inside at the 40-yard line. And he's going to be hit as he gets to about the 42.
I'll give Lexington credit. They're fundamental. Athletically, they're about like us, except for that one running back who's quicker than anybody on the field. But all in all, they're sound. They come up, they make plays.
Gain of 5 on, well, they say 5 on the board. Looks more like 4. Second down, second and 6. 2 receivers right and left. Irvin the tailback. Here's a snap. Straight drop. Looking. Smith is going to take off. There's not going to be anything there. Was that a called quarterback draw?
Yes.
Well, if you're going to run that, you need to block the tackle. He came free. I mean.
So a loss of a couple of yards. That'll bring up third down, 3rd and 8. 9:07 to go here in the third quarter. 14-7 our score. Tigers driving. This one started at their own 20. Big third down play here in Lexington territory. Three receivers to the right, one to the left. Irvin stands to the left of Smith. Here's a snap. Straight drop. Looking. Fires. Complete.
I mean, just keep doing that.
Yeah. That's Wilkes on the reception. And that's going to be enough for Hardin County make 1st and 10 Tigers. Good play there by Braden. He just sat down. Smith found him and threw a strike to him.
Well, he literally sat down. He caught it sitting back.
Yeah.
He sat down just beyond the line, and that was the spot.
So a first down, 1st and 10 Tigers. Same formation. Here's a snap. This time they'll hand it off to Irvin. Looking for running room. Gets outside. He's at the 20, 15. Gets down the sideline. Hit it toward the end zone. Stretches. Did he get it to him? They're going to say he stepped out of bounds inside the 5 to about the 4, I think, or maybe around the 5.
He did that on his own. He broke that. He saw that backside open. That wasn't where it was supposed to go. But he saw that crease, and boy, when he hit it, he
saw all that grass.
Yeah. That grass looks a lot better when there's nothing gray on it.
Right.
So there'll be another Hardin County Bank 1st and goal now.
Wilkes freed him up, too. That's a great block.
Looks like from about the 5. Here's a snap. Looking. Under pressure. Now he'll throw it out. He's scared the ball's tipped.
That was blown up at the line.
So it'll be 2nd and goal from the 4.
They jammed us at the line, and we got all tangled up. Looked like it's going to be a little rub route.
How big did we say our line was? We got some big boys on our line, don't we?
Yeah, they averaged 300.
So it'll be 2nd down, 2nd and 4. Clock stops with 8:10 to go here in the 3rd. Tigers started this drive at their own 20. They've moved it to the 4 of Lexington. Smith brings them to the line. Receiver right, receiver left. McGee in at H-back to the right.
Irvin scores.
Here's a snap. They'll give it to Irvin. Looking for running room, and he's going to be met right at the line of scrimmage. Here comes a flag from the backside.
Umpire. He's going to call holding. Hope it's face mask.
Well, we're saying it's against them.
Yeah, it may have been face mask.
So they'll...
That's the area that it's in.
Yeah, it is. I've seen him. He says face mask. I think he pointed to that direction. It is a face mask. Is that automatic first down?
No, half distance, isn't it? Oh, yeah, it used to not be.
They'll keep it 2nd down. Be half the distance.
Yeah, it's a first down. No?
No, we're inside the 10.
It'll be 2nd down. Second and
what yard line
2.
were we on?
Well, we were on the 4. We got to be at the 2. Here's a snap. Smith looking for the end zone, and here comes another flag. He's going to be stuffed.
Another flag on the play.
And say, what could he possibly call here?
You would think this one's got to be a hold.
Well, I mean, but what's a hold? There was 8 guys there. I mean, it wasn't anywhere that the hold would matter.
Well, they're pointing against us now.
So we get a half a distance, 15 yards, which adds up to about 4 yards. 2 yards. And then they get a 15-yarder. So if they get all the 15, we get 2.
So holding on the Tigers.
No, we got 10.
And they'll move it back to the 12. So it'll be 2nd down.
I think the
2nd and goal for 12.
I mean, man, we're a long way from that corner.
2nd down, 2nd and 12. Smith brings them to the line. 2 receivers left and right. Here comes another flag.
False start.
Yep, we move. Our right guard moved. And that'll back them up some more. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 17 now. Whew. I saw that one. I knew that was fixing to happen. Rock back just a little bit. Here comes a man in motion. They'll fake it to him. Looking, fires into the end zone, intercepted. Threw it right to him. Underthrew McGee. And they get a big turnover. So all that for naught.
Penalty. Set that up.
And so Lexington will hold the Tigers out of the end zone after being down to the 2-yard line. Two crucial penalties.
I was wondering where he was throwing it. I looked down there. I mean, well, he didn't. He really
single
had
coverage, McGee and the defender, and the defender had inside coverage, and he threw it on the line.
Yeah, that's kind of different.
So it'll be first down, 1st and 10, Lexington. We ate up about half of the clock, too, doing that here in the third.
That's big, not getting that score.
First down, 1st and 10. McLean brings them to the line. Well, now what do we got? Now we got a timeout. Well, they were fixing to get a delay a game.
Yeah.
And was McLean out there at tailback? I didn't even see him, but or at quarterback. But anyway, let's take a timeout. This timeout brought to you by Orange Blossom Florist. We'll be back right after this.
Here on the Tigers, it's football.
All right, welcome back to Lexington, Tennessee. First down, 1st and 10, Lexington. Here's a handoff this time to the tailback as they come out with a different formation. That's McLean at tailback.
They're running a little system here.
Isaiah McLean.
As this time he lined up as a running back with
They got Davis back there
Davis
on the backfield.
Yeah, well, we also had him completely wrapped up around the waist after he gained a yard. He just jumped out of it and ran another 10 yards.
So it'll be first down, 1st and 10. Here's a snap. This time Davis is going to keep it right side. He'll be hit, knocked down as Keandre Smith and Braden Wilkes on the tackle for the Tigers.
First over it.
Pickup of about 4.
Really? I love her. Let's go there. Kristen Axon. I don't know if you were there with her.
Man, they had it clicking on that drive.
Yeah,
Wow,
exactly. So second down.
This is smart what they're doing on offense, running that basically 13 at quarterback and McLean at running back.
Here's a snap. And the quarterback will keep it this time. And he's going to have enough for a first down.
About the 48-yard line.
They're just powering up, running over us now.
It's just stop us if you can.
I mean,
First down.
yeah. It's like we're just going to grind it right down your throat, and there's nothing you can do about it.
So it'll be another first down, 1st and 10, as they come out in different formation. We weren't ready for that. It doesn't seem like.
Both those guys in the backfield, Davis can run too. We got 11 in the box right
So
now.
shotgun formation. Here's McLean this time. And they're just running it right down our throat. And he'll pick up about 5 or 6 across the 45 to the 46. McLean on the carry.
11 guys, 11 guys in the box, and they're getting 5 yards. That'll tell you the tail.
So it'll be, well, they'll give him 3, it looks like. Looks like 4 to me from over there. So it'll be second down. 2nd and 7. Shotgun formation, tailback to the right. They're going to give it to him back across the formation. Good hit by Blankenship. As Strickland was coming up also, he was being blocked from behind. But
there's a hold on that, too.
Yeah.
Takes out about a yard.
I don't know who was that Tarver they were holding out there and trying to get outside.
3rd and 5.
So it'll be 3rd down, 3rd and a long 5. The ball spotted at the 48 of Lexington. Tigers need to get a hold right here. 3:54 to go in the 3rd quarter. 14-7 our score. Davis brings them to the line. McLean the tailback. No receivers in the game. They just got a bunch formation. Everybody's in tight, trying to draw us off, looks like. Here's a snap. Davis hands it off to McLean, has running room as he goes into Tiger territory, but he's going to be short. About a yard.
It's going to be close.
From right here, but I really can't tell.
Timeout for a measurement.
And so now we'll have a measurement. I want to remind you, in the morning, your Sports Saturday starts with Coach to Coach. Doug Matthews and Dave McGinnis at 8 a.m. They'll get you ready for your SEC football schedule. A really good football schedule tomorrow if you're a football fan on Saturdays. And then Sports Talk. Michael Davis will be in with Kurt Carroll in the morning along with Matthew Smith, and they'll talk about tonight's game and get everyone set up for 2 weeks as Liberty comes to town. Tigers will be off next Friday night for fall break. They have an open date. So they are short.
Steve, do you think with all those lines on the field, you can tell 2 feet?
I don't know.
I mean, there's no way that's first down. But they wanted a measurement. See, the officials don't have to give a measurement. They don't.
And it gives them a timeout, too, basically.
That's exactly right.
So Lexington will come to the line. It'll be 4th down, 4th. And as they stretch it out, it's about a yard, I guess. Tigers dig in. McLean now in at shotgun. Here's a snap. And he's going to be hit from behind, but he drags the pile forward to the 45.
First down.
I know one thing. If I had to listen to that every game, every Friday night, I'd jump off the back of this thing.
I know one thing that
1st down, 1st and 10.
At the snap, what's their offensive line? And we're catching them on defense instead of.
Well, I mean, we've got 2 of our biggest offensive linemen playing defense, and they're still getting 5 yards.
Yeah, well, the thing is when they snap the ball, we still got a hand on the ground.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
1st down, 1st and 10 from the Tigers' 45.
we're not beating them to the point.
Davis back in at quarterback. Here's a snap. They'll give it to McLean. This time he's hit in the backfield, still just battling. And that's part of it right there. He's not going to quit, and we're just kind of grabbing and punching.
No, I mean, that's a 300-pounder has him wrapped up, and he pulls out of it. He's strong.
Picked up about 3 on the carry. It'll be 2nd down, 2nd and 7.
He's a workhorse.
Getting close to 2 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. We've had a possession. They're going to have a possession. You know, it's hard to gain any ground when you get it one time, but we had our chance.
Well, we get a start. We only have
now Davis in it, shotgun. Here's a snap. He's going to keep it, trying to get outside. We're being all over the place. He's going to get across 40 to the 39. That's absolutely ridiculous on this guy over here.
Yeah. I couldn't believe that referee.
Well, they got it.
Yeah, I can't believe he heard us all the way up here.
Yeah, well, they finally came in. That's on you, buddy, over here.
Yeah, well, it's friendly fire on this side.
Yeah.
That's where they've been holding on every one of those edge plays.
So they finally get the holding call. Maybe they hurt us.
Here's where we got to capitalize. We got to make a stand right here.
So it moves it back to the 44-yard line. So it'll be 2nd down, 2nd and a bunch.
That's the break we wanted.
Clock rolling, 1:40 to go here in the 3rd. Davis in the shotgun. Here's a snap. He's going to hand it off to his tailback, trying the right side, and this time he's going to be hammered down, and now here comes another flag.
Who's that number 20?
Flag on the play.
That is Peyton Strickland. got him from behind, but he got hammered right there at the line of scrimmage.
I like that chasing the football, though. He was aggressive on his part.
And now another holding call. 2 back-to-back. This time the official on our side called that one.
We need to decline that.
We made it decline it.
Coach Smith is saying he declined it, and that guy's stepping it off.
So Coach Smith declines a hold. That'll bring up 3rd down.
The umpire's continuing to do whatever he wants to. It's his show, not ours.
3rd, 20.
So it'll be 3rd down. 3rd, and they got 18 on the scoreboard. Now Lexington has to run about 15 yards. They had already huddled up. 3rd down, 3rd and 18. Here's a snap to McClain, looking for some running room. Davis has it, breaks out of the pack, heads down the sideline, and he's going to step out of bounds. So he got inside, 2 missed tackles on the outside, and they get a 1st down on 3rd down. Had them hemmed up, couldn't make a play.
I see you 20 and I'll raise you 2.
That's pretty. I wish everybody in Hardin County could hear the announcer. He said, I'll raise you 20 and give you 2. Boy, that was real slick, wasn't it? Yeah.
So the clock stops. It goes out of bounds. 56 seconds to go here in the 3rd. Davis in it, quarterback. He'll give it to McClain, and he's going to be hit and dropped down there.
Best job I've seen them do.
That's Kill on the tackle.
They cut all that offensive line. That's what they should have been doing. They cut that offensive line. They can't get on linebacker.
2nd and 9.
So 2nd down, 2nd and 9 for Lexington, and they'll probably let it run all the way down. They'll probably have to snap it, though.
Yeah, they might have to run another play. It was right
so
at
Davis
30
will
when
come
I
out. 2nd down, 2nd and 9. They're in no hurry. Davis brings them to the line. Here's a snap. He'll give it to McClain. Right up the middle. He's hitting the backfield, still on his feet, breaking tackles everywhere, and he gets knocked down. I tell you, they just want it more than we do. It just seems that way. I mean, man, he is just fighting every handoff, and that'll do it for the 3rd quarter. We played 3, 14-7 our score. Lexington on top. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll be back right after this. All right, welcome back to Lexington, Tennessee. We head to the 4th and final quarter. 14-7 our score. Lexington has it, 3rd down, 3rd and 3. Here's a snap to Davis. Looking for some running room, trips, Ben breaks the line of scrimmage, and he's just carrying Tigers with him as he goes inside the 20 to about the 17.
I love that Peyton Strickland. That boy, he wants it. He ain't big as a minute, but boy, he wants it.
So we're right back where we need something good to happen, a turnover or something. because right now they're just taking it to us. First down, 1st and 10. Ball at the 17.
I think they're wanting to make a point they can beat us without ever throwing the football.
Well, they've made that point so far. Now McLean in. Here's a snap. He'll get the direct snap. This time he's going to be hit in the backfield. And who is that?
Peyton Strickland.
He came from the back side, grabbed him by the ankles, and he fell over.
He's done more with less than anybody on that field tonight.
So that'll bring up 2nd down, 2nd and 11, a loss of a yard. Well, this is where you have to bow up. This drive right here may be the difference in the ball game. Down by 7.
I got to think about it. We may have been better off if we had taken that penalty. Put them in 2nd and 30.
Yeah. 2nd down, 2nd and 12. Davis in now. He'll hand it off to McLean. He's hit at the line of scrimmage. Stopped up. Everybody's piling up on him, and they'll drive him to the ground.
Good job.
And that'll bring up 3rd down, 3rd and 12.
3rd and 12.
That's a push there. Maybe they're getting some fire in the reins.
3rd down, 3rd and 12. Ball at the 19. They do have a really good field goal kicker if
McLean's
they choose to do that
here, so.
And that may be the difference in how they call this play too. You know, try to get some kind of points out of it, go up by 2 scores. But we'll see. 3rd down, 3rd and 11. Ball at the 18.
I mean, none of their big runs or anything has been like through a designated hole. It's just them picking their way and being athletic.
Here's a snap. Davis has it, and now we got a whistle.
And it have to be offside or motion or somebody call timeout. No, there's a penalty on flag over there. Far side. They must have moved.
That's going to be huge. That's a false start. That's big. That's big.
It is. False start against the offense.
I don't know. We said that when it was 2nd and 20.
So now that makes it 3rd down, 3rd and 16. Makes it a little bit more complicated.
They're going to run the same play they was running.
Davis in the shotgun formation. Here's a snap. Looking for some running room. Trying to get outside. This time he's hitting the background. That's Sam Tanner, and he drives him back to the 30, but they're going to give him the 26. And that'll bring up 4th down and long.
That may put them in a have to go instead of trying to kick the field goal.
No, they're going to try to kick it.
Well, he's got the leg.
He's got the leg. There ain't no question about that.
So that'll bring Lewis out. And it'll be, let's see, he'll spot it down.
We need somebody to get in there and make a play.
We're at, he's going to spot it at the 33, 33-yard line. So a 43-yard field goal attempt by Lewis. Here's a snap. It's down. The kick is up, and the kick is going to be wide left. He had enough leg, but he hooked it to the left. And the Tigers hold.
Huge.
8:45 to go here in the 3rd. Let's take a quick timeout. This is Hardin County football right here on 93.5 FM.
I think it's short.
Hardin County will take over 1st and 10.
All right, the Tigers hold after a couple of big defensive plays as the Tiger defense bowed up on that drive, and then a missed field goal by Lewis. So it'll be 1st down, 1st and 10,
Steve.
Hardin County. Here's a snap. Looking. Got Heyman underneath, breaks the tackle, still on his feet, and he's going to be drugged down at the 25, a pickup of a couple.
Went 5 wide, spread them out. One guy chipped him there at the line of scrimmage, slowed him up, but he still got 5 yards.
Oh, gosh.
That's what I'd stay in, is that 5 wide.
That kid just fell off that bleacher right in front of us, head first into the concrete down there.
Oh, Lord.
2nd down, 2nd and 5. Quick throw, complete. Looking for running room, gets outside, and that'll be enough for Hardin County making 1st and 10 Tigers. That's Jack Gray.
Good run, too. Had 3 guys lead him almost like a wedge block out in front. He got right up behind them and just tiptoed his way to the 1st down. Come on, Tiger.
So now Gray and Heyman will come to this side. Rose and McGee to the right. Irvin, the tailback. Shotgun formation, 3-man front for Lexington. Here's a snap, straight drop. Now he's going to take off, has a little running room, and knocked down after a pickup of a couple.
Steps out of bounds for a pickup of 2.
They'll give him 2 yards. Clock will stop at 7:57. Second down, second and 7. Looks more like about 3 yards. Second down, second and 7. 3 receivers left, 1 to the far side. Here's a snap, straight drop. Looking to the right, still looking. Got a man open down the sideline. Completes, had him.
Oh, throw the flag.
And then they hit him when he was out of bounds.
Out of all the plays, you don't throw the flag. Head-to-head contact.
And it falls incomplete, but they had him wide open, and it went in his hands, and he dropped it.
Coach Smith wants it too.
As the Tiger fans are letting them have it over there on that sideline as he hit him as he was going out of bounds. But they don't get the call.
Tiger Nation, how about it? It's the...
I guess the referee, Kurt, went over and said no, so he didn't call it. I'm not sure, though. It depends on where it was. We can't tell over there.
No, I wouldn't.
No, it's just a good hard lick.
Yeah, just timing was good. It was...
Third down, 3rd and 7. Here's a snap, straight drop. Looking, under pressure. It's going to be sacked at the 20-yard line.
That's a single-out. Tigers.
So the Tigers have to punt it away with 7:14 to go. We get a first down and then couldn't go anywhere after that. And Lexington's defense comes up big.
Can't drop a 25-yard pass.
And now
Flag on the play.
we have a flag on the play. Over here, what is it?
Excessive celebration. I don't know. This crew has been like a lot of them we've had. No flow to the game.
Personal foul against us. Well, this guy threw it over here. Where was the personal foul at? Because we were getting ready to punt it.
A 15-yard penalty. 4th and a mile.
Yeah, well, we've hurt ourselves a lot tonight.
I mean, what in the world? Well, Coach Smith is not arguing about it. They go over and tell him. I don't know what happened, just to be honest. We were getting set up for
We really haven't done a lot of right things in this game now.
Here's a snap. Strickland gets it out of there. It's a wobbly kick. And off the side of his foot.
Goes out of bounds.
And they will have great field position with 6:50 to go here in the ball game.
20-yard line. Will be a Tiger. First bank. First down.
That was a horrible, horrible situation right there. I mean, they hadn't really gotten a lot of pressure on us the whole game. I mean, Carter's been able to throw it, but he couldn't take that sack. I mean, you got to throw it.
So it'll be first down, 1st and 10 at our 20-yard line. 6:50 to go here in the game. Tiger defense got to come up big again here. Now McLean in the Wildcat. Here's a snap. Heading right up the middle of the field, has some running room, stand on his feet, just dragging Tigers across the 10-yard line. A scrum at the 5, and he gets it down. So it'll be 1st and goal as McLean that time just drug a whole load of Tigers.
Well, his line got in there pushing him.
Yep.
Somebody's got to go down there low and break all
And
that
now
up.
there's a injury. Well, looks like a cramp. Let's take a timeout. Let's take a timeout brought to you by Orange Blossom Florist in Savannah. We'll be back right after this. First and goal for Lexington. Here's a snap. And the quarterback, Davis, keeps it and goes into the end zone. And that may be ball game, folks. We're going to have to.
Well, they got two of them on the ground.
Well,
now.
you got one doing the swim out there. I don't know what he's doing. And
well, they both got up at the same time.
Yeah.
Limping around.
So a touchdown by Davis as he goes in from 4 yards out. And that's going to make it tough unless we can get a couple of quick strikes. 6:24 to go here in the contest. Lewis comes out. Here's the snap is down, the kick is up, and the kick is good. 21-7 your score here in the fourth. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to Tiger Football right here on 93.5 FM. All right, welcome back to Lexington, Tennessee. (21-7) score.
Set to kick off. Number 5 and 11 back for Hardin County.
And now it's an uphill climb for Hardin County. Here's a kickoff by Lewis. A high end-over-end kick. This time it'll be Wilkes at the 10. 15, 20, gets outside. He's going down the sideline to the 40. He's at the 50, and he just runs over the punter, still on his feet, and rolls out of bounds. At the 40-yard line, it looks like.
Where's flag?
I mean, he absolutely, the punter went over. The kicker went over.
Yeah, I knew
there's a flag.
I knew there would be one. I knew it was coming. Man, it's awful. I mean, it's just awful that they have that much control over what happens in these games.
So a hold is called on Hardin County, and that one will come back. It ain't gone our way by the striped shirts, to say the least.
Yeah, well, we had one of our fans send us a video of the penalty that put us back on our last series, unsportsmanlike, and one of the Lexington players just fell down on the ground like he'd been hit. Nobody touched him, and they called a 15-yard penalty on him.
Well, That's typical Lexington. So we've been over here. Here's a snap. Smith looking. Ducks under pressure, still looking. Fires incomplete.
Bring up 2nd and 10.
That was a good job by Carter. Carter got swamped, ducked under one tackle, broke loose and was able to get rid of the ball instead of taking the sack. Plus it stops the clock.
So it'll be 2nd down, 2nd and 10 on the incomplete pass. Gray and Heyman out here to the near side. Rose and McGee to the far right. Now Carter will empty the backfield. He'll send 3 receivers to his left, 2 to the far side. 2nd down, 2nd and 10 at our own 17. Here's a snap, straight drop. No pressure this time. Still looking.
I mean,
now he fires.
That's a flag on
and it's complete.
We got a flag coming.
And that's enough for a 1st down as he gets Rose on the sideline.
We'll take the 15
Yeah,
instead.
he just tackled Wilkes.
There's a flag back down
I hope
here
they get one right.
at the 43-yard line. It's where the flag is. The reception was enough for a 1st down.
They tackled Wilkes.
Oh, it was. There's no way this is not a flag.
Man.
This discussion brought to you by all your fine.
It's a lot of discussion out there.
Well, I mean, you got regional implications in district.
Well, you got that, and now you got Lexington throwing the flag all over the place.
Well, you got all that implications of this game, and then you get this kind of mess here.
Thank you.
So we're going to decline the pass interference and take the 1st down.
The penalty is declined. To result in a.
I mean, that should have been marked off 10 minutes ago and done, and here we go. Yeah, you know, it just
31-yard line.
Well, what is it from? Is it a 15-yarder?
Yeah, it's from the previous spot.
So why wouldn't you take the 15-yard?
I thought we did.
No, we declined it and took the result of the reception. Here's a snap. Carter. Wilkes out of the backfield, has it at the 30, trying to get outside, and he's going to be wrestled down at the 35.
Picks up about 2.
That's what I was saying. If it would have been 15 yards and still a 1st down.
Did he not go out of bounds then?
No, clock's still running. Two-yard reception to Wilkes. 2nd down. Well, now they're going to give him about 3. 2nd down, 2nd and 7. 3 receivers to the right, 2 here to the near side. Approaching 5 minutes to go here in the game. Here's a snap. Smith looking to his right, still looking. Now he's got a man open right down the middle at the 30. That's Gray at the 20, at the 10. Touchdown, Hardin County.
That's what they needed.
Caught Gray coming across the middle of the field.
Are there any flags? I don't think so.
No.
And the Tigers cut into the lead with 5 minutes to go in the game, and a quick strike it was.
I'm glad one of their players didn't fall down and act like he was hurt.
No kidding.
So Foster will come in and attempt the extra point. Smith will hold. Snap is down, the kick is up, and the kick is good. 5:06 to go, 21-14 our score. That touchdown brought to you by Justin Reynolds Law Firm. We'll be back right after this quick timeout.
Onside
All right,
kick.
the Tigers go 4 plays, 84 yards, 60-yard touchdown strike. Smith to Gray, extra point good. That scoring drive powered by Jones Motor Company in Savannah.
Have we done an onside kick this year?
Not that I know of. Well, we did one accidentally against McNary, but
I'm thinking this might be one.
well, they line it up right in the middle of the field, and Lexington is thinking the same thing, and now they're going to drop back.
Kick it now. Right up the middle.
Ain't nobody in the middle. Now there is.
Now Lexington wants timeout. We can't get lined up. They got people running everywhere, and they're still not lined up during the timeout. So they'll have to use a timeout. We'll take a timeout with them. You're listening to Hardin County football right here on 93.5 FM. Back after this. Here's an onside kick by Foster. He got it. I believe Foster ended up with it, did he? He got it. There's a scrum on the ground. We're saying we got it. Let's see who comes out with it. Got it. Weeks comes out with it. Weeks got it. Weeks took it away from Foster. Look at him. So the Tigers get the onside kick.
Oh, baby.
And it'll be first down, 1st and 10, Hardin County.
Boy, he's excited. I'm glad for him.
He set that one up perfect. He had it, let it roll 10 yards. Foster did, fell on it, and somehow Ryan Weeks came out with it.
Yeah, Weeks took it away from Foster.
So first down, 1st and 10, Hardin County with 5 minutes to go in the game. Now things have changed. Get a little momentum on our side.
That announcer's not saying much right now.
Yeah, I ain't hearing him roaring. Sound like he smoked about 5 packs this morning. Here's a snap, quick throw, complete to Wills. Cuts it upfield at the 40-yard line, stays on his feet at the 35. What a run. Rolls down for Hardin County, 1st and 10.
Oh, I'm feeling it, Kirk.
Oh, yeah. Feel that? Well, it's the first time the crowd's really been into it, too. Our crowd.
1st and 10. The Lexington 35-yard line.
So it's at the 35 now, first down, 1st and 10. 3 receivers here to the near side, 2 to the far side. Empty backfield, 3-man front for Lexington. Shotgun formation. Here's a snap, straight drop, looking, still looking. Fires down the sideline, back shoulder, it's going to fall incomplete.
I think he was out of bounds anyway.
Is that Rose? That was the...
Yeah, that was Rose.
London Rose, the intended receiver.
I think he's wanting him to break that off sooner.
Yeah.
You know, that back shoulder, you got to know exactly what yardage they're going to break.
Clock stops with 4:18 to go in the game on the incompletion. 2nd down, 2nd and 10. Ball at the Tiger 35, Lexington Tiger 35. Smith brings them to the line. 3 receivers to the left. Now man in motion right is Wilkes. Here's a snap, looking. Here comes a blitz, and he has to get rid of it before he wants to. Wilkes fell down in his cut as a man came free, and that'll bring up 3rd down, 3rd and 10.
You know, they're playing such a heavy zone. You think we'd hit something underneath to
Kind of like that tunnel.
Yeah. A slant.
So it'll be 3rd down, 3rd and 10. Clock stop.
You got McGee in the game.
13
He can run that seam again.
Heyman and Gray out here to the near side. Wilkes to the far side. Irvin the tailback. Here's a snap. Looking. Here comes a blitz. Tunnel screen. Complete This time they're on it. Wilt still on his feet, dragging Tigers, Lexington Tigers that is, across the 30 to about the 28-yard line. So that'll bring up fourth down. Fourth down.
You're going to see a no play.
Fourth and 3. As the Tigers trying to draw them off sides, Coach Smith may take a timeout. And he walks down and will take the timeout. So Hardin County takes a timeout. We've got a fourth down play when we come back. You're listening to Hardin County football right here on 93.5 FM. Welcome back to Lexington, Tennessee. Fourth down, fourth and a long 2 for the Tigers at Lexington's 28-yard line. 3:35 to go here in the game.
This will be pretty much a game.
Tigers scored and then got the ball back on the onside kick. Here's your play of the game. Smith empties the backfield. 3 receivers left, 2 to the right. Here's a snap, straight drop. Looking, fires, complete to Heyman. Still on his feet, and he's going to be wrestled down as he'll get to the 22. That'll be enough for Hardin County to make 1st and 10 Tigers.
Man, good route for that little zone.
Yeah,
I mean, they ran a little combo route, and he just sat down in the zone, and there wasn't anybody there.
So the drive stays alive.
Lexington 22.
Good play, good execution.
And the ball is spotted at the 22. Shotgun formation, 2 receivers left and right. Here's a snap, rolling right, fires, almost intercepted. And then they threw, here comes the flag as they caught the defender over there for Lexington. He threw Irvin into the sideline in the Tigers bench over there.
Well, that'll be a half the distance to the goal. That'll put us at about the 11 or 12.
Well, it should be. Personal foul against Lexington. I don't know if it was their linebacker over on that side. Him and Irvin got tangled up, and he slung Irvin after the play out of bounds. So that'll be half the distance. Well,
yeah, half distance from the 22. What is that, 11?
Yeah, half to this is the goal line.
Be a first down.
So that'll get to the 11-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down. Man, there's been a lot of personal foul calls in this game by both teams.
A lot of yellow.
11-yard line.
So now they'll go 3 receivers left, 1 to the far side, Irving the tailback. First down, 1st and 10 from the 11. Here's a snap. They'll give it to Irvin, and he's going to dive forward across the 10 to the 9.
Not a bad call, but I'd like for him to got more yardage out of it.
Second down.
Second down. 2nd and 8, picks up a couple. Clock running, 2:49 to go. 2 receivers right, 2 to the left. Heyman and Gray over here to the near side. McGee and Wilkes to the far side. Irvin, the tailback, shotgun formation. Here's a snap, straight drop. Here comes pressure, and it's going to be batted down as the end on this side just came in untouched and batted it down. Now that brings up a 3rd down and 8.
And the next down will be touchdown.
3rd down, 3rd and 8. And I think What do we got here? We got another stoppage in
the clock was still running. Coach Smith was wanting to get
That's twice it's done. Yeah, it was over 2 minutes.
well over 2 minutes.
They run the clock up in the press box. Now he's down here on the field.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that hard to do. You just push a button and it stops.
In the morning, your Sports Saturday starts at 8 a.m. with Coach to Coach, followed by Sports Talk. Michael Davis will be in for me, and he'll be with Kirk and Coach Smith talking about tonight's game. And Tigers off next Friday night. And then they'll be back home in 2 weeks for pink out as Liberty will be in town. Third down, 3rd and 8. Ball spotted at the 9. 3 receivers left. 1 to the far side. Shotgun formation. Saunders in at tailback. Here's a snap. Straight drop. Looking. Under pressure. And Smith rolling around. Now he fires. Complete in the end zone. Touchdown, McGee.
The scrambling, rambling Carter Smith. He looked left. He looked right. He rotated out of the pocket.
He found McGee in the end zone. And Hardin County is within a point of tying it up with 2:05 to go. That's
Come on, Nolan. Come on, baby.
Reynolds on firm, touchdown. Nolan Foster comes in for the extra point.
He may be so fired up from that onside kick.
They jump, we jump, everybody jump, and they're going to go for false start. They jump, we jump.
Against the kicking team.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
I mean, are we not the ones? Everybody, well, we went on their flinch.
Yeah, but they got to be in the neutral zone.
Yeah, I know that, but I mean, that started the whole thing, and now this makes this extra point a little bit tougher.
I mean, every critical situation, we about had a penalty. Unbelievable.
So the extra point now will be a 22-yarder. Well, let's see where he spots it. Well, they're going to spot it on 15 bit.
7 and a half.
25 yards. Here's a snap, high snap. Here's the kick, and it's good.
He splits the uprights.
We're tied at 21 with 2:05 to go here in the game. And the Tigers have crawled and clawed their way back.
Man, great execution on the onside kick to give us that chance, and then executing on 4th down. I mean, they did everything they needed to do to get back in it.
What a pressure kick by Nolan Foster.
I don't think it was good by a lot. It looked close to that.
Kind of like that touchdown. He was just inside the goal line. And what a catch by McGee, and what a pickup by Carter Smith.
Yeah, and he threw it down there low. I mean, there wasn't anybody else going to catch it. And he caught it about a foot off the ground, laying on his side in the end zone.
Typical Lexington Hardin County game for sure. These two teams have battled and battled throughout the years. And so now the Tiger fans over there, they're fired up.
They only have one timeout. But they have a guy that can score at any minute. I wonder if Three's going to be able to come back in the game after hurting his ankle.
Yeah, he's back there to return the kick.
Well, I'm glad he didn't get hurt bad.
So Foster will line it up in the middle of the field again. Here's a high end-over-end kick. It's going to be taken at the 25, and he falls down. He trips over the turf monster. Got him by the toe.
Rocky Hurley brings the ball back to.
I don't know if he tripped or if somebody said you need to get down. I don't know.
He just, what did they call it? The sniper shot, just went down to the ground.
Yeah.
So it'll be first down, 1st and 10 Lexington, 2:01 to go here in the game. They'll have it at their own 33-yard line. They have one timeout. The Tigers have 2. We're all knotted up at 21. Lexington comes to the line. McLean in the Wildcat. Here's a snap, running right up the middle, looking for running room. Breaks it to the outside. He's at the 50, he's at the 40, and he's going to run out of bounds.
I'll tell you what, if we ever get blocked inside on the edge, yeah, that's it. I mean, that's it. They're going. If we ever make a step inside, and he's showing running inside, and then we go inside, and then he just breaks it outside, and there's nobody there.
So first down, 1st and 10.
Golly.
On play number 1. Now they have it at our 37. They're in business now, 1:52 to go. McLean brings them to the line. Here's a snap. He'll have it.
Look at him holding Tanner. Look at him holding Tanner.
McLean on the carry.
I mean, they took Tanner down to the ground. The official was right there. He hadn't made that call all night long.
No.
He hadn't made it one time on them.
The referees made it.
Picks up about 4.
But, I mean, that's why that edge is wide open, is they're locking up Tanner on that corner. I mean, on the outside linebacker, and, I mean, ain't nothing he can do.
They pick up 3 yards. It'll be 2nd down, 2nd and 7. Now Davis in the game. Here's a snap. He's going to be hit at the line of scrimmage, and he's just dragging people. We're trying to grab the football. Instead of getting him to the ground, he picks up close to a 1st down.
Yes, it will be. That's another first break. Tiger first down.
So it'll be another 1st down. The clock will stop while they set the chains. Now McLean back in the game. Here's a snap. McLean right up the middle. Breaks the tackle, and he's going to be down to the 15.
Is it? Yes, sir. Is it first break?
So another 1st down, and we may have to call timeout. We got way too many people on the field. And now here we go. We're trying to run 2 linemen out there. They set up.
That's the Scott's barbecue timeout.
So it'll be 1st down, 1st and 10, Lexington when we return. You're listening to Hardin County football right here on 93.5 FM. Back after this. (21-21) our score, 48 seconds to go. Lexington on the move.
Got to bow up, Steve. They got to really dig deep and find a way to get this guy down.
McLean takes a snap.
They're
trying to get outside, and this time he's going to be wrestled out of bounds.
Isaiah McLean on the carry.
I don't know who this official is over here, but he ain't called a thing all night. Not against Lexington.
If I was Tanner, I would be in his face every play saying, watch me, watch me, watch what he's doing to me. He's grabbing him by the shoulder pads, up underneath the shoulder pads, and tackling him.
Well, he went out of bounds. That helped us stop the clock.
Yeah.
2nd down, 2nd and 10. McLean in the Wildcat. Here's a snap. This time he's going to be hitting the hole and drop.
Isaiah McLean.
They're just going to let the clock run.
Well, all they got to do is kick field goal. They're going to kick field goal here in a minute. They're just trying to set it up.
So it'll be 3rd down, 3rd and 10. They're scrambling around trying to get lined up. McLean has it. 3rd down and 8. He got it. He's going to go end zone touchdown. Stop the clock. They had it set up. Boy, that hole was wide open.
Yeah.
Nobody on that right side of our defense. They collapsed it on us.
They kind of went tempo and
Yep. I'm like you. I'm not so sure they weren't trying to just kick a last-second field goal.
Yeah, I think they were setting it up to kick the field goal.
Here's a snap. It's down. The kick is up, and the kick is good. 15 seconds to go in the game. 28-21. Lexington goes back on top. We'll take a quick timeout. This timeout brought to you by Orange Blossom Florist. We'll be back after this.
Seconds remaining.
6 plays, 67 yards, and they haven't thrown a pass in this game, and they put up 28 points. Wonder when the last time you've seen that?
For the kick, number 5, number 11.
I have never seen that.
So Lewis will kick it from his 40. Back deep is Wilkes and Irvin.
He'll probably pooch it, I imagine. I would. Or squib it.
Tigers have one timeout. He's going to kick it away. It's going to be taken right at the 1 yard line. That's Wilkes. He has it, trying to get to the middle of the field, and he needs to go down, and he will go down, and the clock just keeps running. And we got 8 seconds to go.
So, perfect kick right to the 1 yard line.
Well, we could have let that one go.
Yeah, he should have. I really thought they'd squib it, so we'd just have to take it down.
So Smith will bring them out. Time for maybe one play at the most, maybe 2, if they can get something out of bounds on the sideline and give you a chance to get one deep. Heyman to the outside. Rose and McGee here to the left. Trips to the right. Shotgun formation. Here's a snap.
Somebody get behind him.
Looking. Still looking. Get rid of it. And he does. And it's going to be intercepted. And that's going to be the ball game. The clock hits 0 and Lexington defeats Hardin County 28-21. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back with the Central Bank Postgame show coming your way next right here on 93.5 FM. All right, welcome back to the Central Bank Postgame show. Lexington wins at 28-21. The Tigers lose their second game of the year, and they fall to 3-1 in the district. They had the district right in their hands, and now they're going to have help from Lexington with Chester County and Southside left on the schedule.
Ain't going to happen.
No, won't happen. Not against this team. But the Tigers fought back and got it tied up, but Lexington just a little too much for Hardin County. Let's take a look at scoring plays here in the second half.
Yes, Steve, Hardin County gets the ball coming out of halftime. We go 12 plays. We get it down to the 2 yard line and have a couple penalties there, and then we throw an interception to give Lexington the football. Lexington then goes 17 plays, and fortunately for us, they missed a long field goal attempt. We run 5 plays and punt it back to Lexington, and they score quickly. 2 plays, 20 yards. They run a 4 yard touchdown in to extend their lead 21-7. And then we kind of claw back here. We go 4 plays, 84 yards, a 60-yard touchdown pass from Carter Smith to Jack Gray to get the deficit down to 21-14. And then Nolan Foster, he has a perfect onside kick that we recover. And then we go 9 plays, 49 yards. Carter Smith finds McGee from 9 yards out. And then Foster makes a little bit of a longer PAT there to tie things up. And then Lexington goes 6 plays, 67 yards, and then McLean runs it in from 15 yards out. And that's where we are right now, as Lexington has beat us 28-21.
Well, you can tell this is the second time we've been beat. We've been beat the 2 times we've gone on the road, or 2 out of 3. And you can tell how Lexington is celebrating out on the field and what it means to them to beat Hardin County. I mean, the Tigers had their way with them last year, but Lexington prevailed, and once again we come down to the last play here in Lexington and go away empty-handed.
They made one more play than we did. I mean, that's the difference in the game. But I don't know how many times. There was a lot of self-destruction on Hardin County's part in this game. I mean, we too many times at important points in the game we got penalized for things that hurt us in the ball game. I mean, you look, we get those 2 personal fouls. They move us back late in the game, having to punt from like our own 10-yard line, and Peyton hits the worst punt he's hit in 7 games, and you know, just a little short 20-yard punt. So that, you know, it set them up for another score. But fight was there. I mean, they came back. There was a lot of things I saw that could have been called. I mean, like they had a lot of success running around our right end, and they were. The head linesman on this side could have called 20 holding penalties if he'd have wanted to. I mean, there's a difference between holding and tackling. We were getting tackled, and that's not you know, you don't want to call a bunch of holding penalties in a game, but when they're at the point of attack, and that is the emphasis of their offense, you just can't let that go on and on and on and on. I think they called it twice in the game.
But it was called from the other side.
Yeah,
He never called one on that side, whoever that was.
So, I mean, there was a lot of things like that, but still, you can't jump off sides and give them a first down.
Right.
You know, on 4th down, they get the ball on the 5-yard line. We did that kind of stuff the whole game, which is kind of uncharacteristic. Yeah. It's not like us. And I've really seen few games where one guy was the whole offense.
Well, I mean, it's just like we just talked about. You got 2 minutes roughly left in the game. You got an offense that does not pass the football.
Right.
They do not throw. We did not see them throw one time.
And they only have one timeout.
And they go 67 yards and run it in. I mean,
well,
I don't know.
They went 40 of it on first down.
Yeah, that's true, too.
So, I mean, they picked up half the yardage they needed on the one play, and that was around the right end where they're holding our outside linebacker.
There's no doubt about that.
And really, all you have to do is get a block on a corner or a safety at that point, and there's nobody there. I mean, he was having to be tackled from the backside safety and corner, you know, taking an angle on him. So, but the bottom line is they were physical. And you're talking about, though, a team that does nothing but run.
Yeah.
But think how good they are at blocking when all you do is run. I mean, they don't have to spend half their practice pass blocking.
No.
All they work on is just run blocking every day. And you don't see teams that do that. The odd thing about their blocking scheme was nothing magical. It wasn't there was no traps or there wasn't any finesse blocks. It was
more so just a scramble.
It was a scramble drill by the quarterback.
Yeah, run up to the line, and if it's gone, you just wait a minute, and then you bust it outside.
I mean, you just use your athletic ability and find a hole and run through it. Doesn't matter if it's backside, weak side, strong side. He's not running on a set play.
Yeah.
I mean, he's just like looking to see where the hole is and then goes to it. And I'll give him credit. That boy held up.
He is a great athlete.
Yeah, he's an athlete. Well, if we play touch football, nobody could touch him.
Unless Lexington loses a couple, which I don't know that they will. But if they do, Tigers are going to end up second in the district unless a complete collapse against Liberty coming to town. So that'll be in a couple of weeks. So still playing for a lot. You got Milan coming up, Pure Academy coming up, and then you start your playoff run. So.
I really wasn't expecting that tonight. I thought this would be a good game, a good test, but I didn't really think that they would be able to run the ball all night against us and beat us running the ball. And I really didn't. Plus, they hadn't really beaten anybody that was good.
They hadn't beaten anybody that was good. Yeah.
And have we had any common opponents?
No.
So there was nothing really to mark them against other than Haywood, and Haywood beat them pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, Riverside beat them pretty good as well. So
I was just really thinking that we would probably win this game. And you don't know how much taking your anchor out of that defensive line on that defensive side of the ball, how much difference that make. That can make a difference.
Yeah, and the psyche as well of your team. But anyway, that'll do it for us on the Central Bank Postgame Show. Lexington wins at 28-21. We want to wish our best wishes for Adam Harris. Get well soon, and hope to see you sometime at the end of this year back out on the field. So keep him in your thoughts and prayers. He'll have a speedy recovery. All right, that'll do it for Sports Talk in the Morning, 9 a.m. right here on 93.5 FM. For Lily at the station, Kirk, and Kendall, I'm Steve Cornell saying so long, Tiger fans.